thank you for that wonderful introduction. I'm Phil Greenberg, and I'm a member of the CRI Advisory Board and the head of immunology at the Frederickson Cancer Research Center in Seattle. And I have the distinct pleasure tonight of honoring a very old and wonderful friend, a remarkable colleague, and a truly outstanding scientist, Sasha Rudensky. I've known Sasha for a really long time. Sasha got his PhD in Moscow. He is Russian. He got it at the Gabrakhevsky Institute. I apologize, that's kind of my Yiddish accent on a Russian background. He then came to Yale University in 1990 to work with truly one of the icons of immunology, Charlie Janeway, and forged an incredible productive period for 2 years there. And within 2 years, he had 3 Nature papers, one of the truly premier journals in science, understanding how T cells start to recognize proteins, particularly self-proteins. I was at the time, we had just founded a Department of Immunology in Seattle at the University of Washington, and we recruited him as one of the 2 first junior faculty members that we could recruit to the department. Sasha came in 1992. He very rapidly became a Hughes investigator, which he still is, a very substantive honor in the field, and studied for several years really how T cells, particularly these helper cells, which are considered kind of the CD4 cells, which have been considered kind of the conductor of the immunologic orchestra in many respects. And he studied that for quite a few years, was incredibly productive again while in Seattle, and then around the turn of the millennium, became interested in what are called regulatory T cells. In a laboratory, particularly Shimon Slavin in Japan, had started to describe these, but understanding how they work, why they work, how you can control them was really not understood until Sasha got into the field and really jumped in with 2 feet and unbelievably really exploded the field. So he demonstrated how these cells mature, how they are sustained, how they recognize and control immune responses, and how they keep us in check so that we, for example, don't reject our bowel, although it's loaded with foreign bacteria, and also how we don't reject our joints because we don't get autoimmunity. But if they go astray, you get that. But then most importantly now, particularly in the field of cancer research, is how do you control these from stopping us from recognizing malignancies? And Sasha has been incredibly instrumental in helping us really understand the really molecular basis of how regulatory T cells work and how we might be able to manipulate them in the future so we can have responses to cancers, which are not that different than normal, and still protect ourselves from getting autoimmune disease. Suffice to say that Sasha's received an enormous number of awards in recognition of his incredible achievements. When he first came to Seattle, he got a Junior Investigator Award from Searle. Then he actually got a kind of Middle Investigator Award from the AIA Pharmingen. And then as he got a little older, he got a Senior Investigator Award from the Sandler Foundation. And then that moved on. In 2012, he was elected to the National Academy of Sciences, a very well-deserved honor. And then in 2015, he was elected to the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. So there's no question that this is a truly exceptional and outstanding person. And he's somebody who actually was really committed to helping people understand how to control these cells so that we can manipulate them in ways that will foster health and containment of malignancy. So I think I would really like to just end by toasting him in Russian. I'll try. I have a few of them. So the first is the druzba, which is Russian to friendship, and that's because Sasha is truly a remarkable and very special friend that I've had for a very long time. And I will say that's besides the fact that he's from Moscow, my family is from the Ukraine. Maybe that's worked out because many Russians think the Ukrainians actually are Russian. I'm not sure how that plays out, but we've done very well together. I would like to say za uspeh, which is to success. Sasha has had incredible success, and there is no question that for as much success as he's had, I think we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg. Sasha's just on an incredible trajectory to make things yet much better. And finally, I'm going to end with Ja ploka gavariu paruski, which just basically means my Russian stinks. So, so Sasha.